All right, guys, so now if you're a domed person, you have two carving jobs to do. You have to carve the mouth where the sound is coming out, and you have to carve the phone template. So what you want to do is you kind of want to make a mark of where you want to carve for the mouth. Make sure not to go down all the way here, because remember, that's your slab base. So I'm just going to use this paper clip like I did with the open form, and I'm going to carve this out and kind of, if I didn't carve around it enough, I might have to go back around it twice. It should just pop out. You might have to use a tool to help. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to smooth it so it doesn't have all these crumbs on it, because if you have these crumbs, then it is going to get dry and it's going to get really hard in the kiln, and then when you put glaze on it, it's going to give you sharp edges that can cut your hand. So, make sure this is smooth. Maybe take a sponge to it and smooth it out a little bit more. This opening, if we just left it like this, we'd start to get cracks here where the pressure is. So you're going to take that dry paper towel that we've been using, and you're going to just kind of fold this up. Stuff is a little mouthful. Everybody that has to carve a mouth needs to do this. Now, the phone is a little bit different on the domed ones. If you just stick it in here, your phone's just going to fall down. So you have to actually carve your phone at more of an angle. Let me show you guys from the side. So the sideways people could just do this. You guys have to make sure it's carved in at an angle. So you have to carve your clay a little bit differently. You're going to measure it the same way. So I'm going to hold my phone up, and I'm going to measure it here, and I'm going to make, being very careful with my front, I'm going to make a box like so. But instead of carving straight, I'm going to kind of carve at the angle that my phone is going to be at. So I'm carving with my paper clip at this sort of an angle. I'm going to do that on the bottom too. Remember not to go all the way down to the bottom, because that's where your slab is. Might have to do it again on this one. And you should be able to peel the phone slot out. And then you want to do a test. As long as it fits in like this and it stays, then you're good to go. So you can see that it's slightly angled up. If you'd like the angle a little bit more, I can take the top kind of section here, and it would be a little bit more angled like that. So just like the open form, I want to go back and smooth my piece out. I definitely want to use a sponge to get in these areas. But as long as your phone can rest, as long as it can stay in there, then you know that you have it good. A lot of people like to put it up a little bit higher. It's your choice. As long as the phone can stick in there and the sound comes out of goes in the amplifier and comes out, you're good to go. Just like the open form, you're going to take a piece, and instead of crumpling up into a ball, you're going to make like a nice folded piece, and you're going to stick this piece back here, and then you'll give this to me to put on the clay drying rack, and it will dry for about a week, and we'll put it in the kiln.